Hey everyone, welcome back to OneRoomOver Gaming. I'm starting a new game today. Don't worry, if you're a fan of Stitched, it's not gone. I just thought maybe break it up with a little something different. So, I'm playing Silenced, the House today. It's a visual novel type game, or so I have read. So the computer told me. So, that's what I know. Let's do it. Let's visualize this novel. Let's get our eyeballs upon it. Maybe. We'll see. True miracle is to see your own sins. Anthony the Great. I don't know who Anthony was. I don't know why he was great. But, yes. Look at your own shit before you start looking at... Oh, God. Okay. Was that save? Load. Auto. Auto! Story and settings. I don't fucking know. It's been a while since we left New Lake Road. How close are we? I've never been to this place before, so I'm not sure how long it should take us to reach our destination. Last time I was carried away to an old, inoperative factory on the outskirts of town. Before that, I was wandering around the plantation, to the villa. Once there was even an asylum in the heathen... The Heathlands? I don't know what the Heathlands are. I think factory was my favorite. Maybe I should visit it again. We traveled along the narrow, gray path that was buried under the leaves. Hey! Shut up, bird. I'm trying to read. It was not the wind, but some other forces that brought them here. This scene was as... Shut up, bird! As fake as the smile on Grace's face. The leaves were arranged in such a way so that they would not cross the edges of the narrow path, obediently sparkling in the beams of our flashlights. It reminds me of a twisted version of an old German fairy tale, Hansel and Gretel. And in the version, the naive children rush right into the jaws of an unspeakable creature. All German fairy tales were awful. They were twisted by nature. Lloyd put his foot on one of the leaves which was found over the edge of the path, and the silence was broken by his hoarse voice. Lloyd. Man, it's been an hour since we entered this freaking forest. Lloyd is apparently lettered in something. Maybe wrestling. Maybe that's what the W stands for. Or maybe that's his last name starts with the W. I don't care. Grace. Hang on, guys. We're almost there. Okay? Martin. I've heard that before, Grace. And this is what? The third time? Sounds very Blair Witchy. Katie. I don't think there's a need to go any further, guys. Let's just go home. Why go into the woods when we can take this pocket purse thingy of mine and just go shopping instead? I'm obviously not for outdoorsy. This... Okay. God, there's a... Or her name's not Katie, it's Kate. There's a lot of y'all. This forest itself gives me the creeps. Why? Maybe because it's not made by people? Maybe we should just stay here for the night. The forest gives me the creeps. Just stay in the forest for the night? You're not making a lot of sense. Martin, I agree with that. Kate. What do you say if we have sex in front of this pretty little stump? I say you're probably gonna get a bug up your ass. If this hook snag on it were a real nose, I bet he would stick it under your sexy topic? I'm thinking that's supposed to just be top. Right into your islands of pleasure. Jeez, when I bought this game, I didn't see anything about sexual content, but here it is. What makes you think that I'll let you do anything with my body, you piece of shit? Can somebody please remind me why I'm still going out with such a pervert? I don't know. Your body, your choice. If you had enough of this shit, you should come hang out with me, babe. I'm gonna have to put an 18 plus on this one, I can tell. Nope. And what about you, Grace? Who's talking? Lloyd. Nah. If you think that, you're some kind of Superman who's not afraid to accompany me to this spooky abandoned house. Do not fool yourself. What house? Your so-called chivalrous act is just a trick to get me to bed. You need to try harder to get my juicy butt. Yeah, juicy butts. So I have a chance? I doubt it. Sweet, what made you so friendly today? Can we just... It is my birthday, after all, and we're going to have a party. What do you have for brains? Shit? Oh my god, you're all so smart. It is a very special day. Ashley! Oh good, another one. It is special indeed. Today Grace holds the stage, but her acting is still not good enough for an Oscar. It is bad, but everyone seemed to fall for her optimism. Oh, I almost forgot that you're with us. Yeah, who am I? Come on, I have plans for you. Oh, so you're into girls? I guess I'm a girl. What a twist. Looks like you're dead in the water now, Lloyd. You You surely are a cutie, Ashley, in this panda hood, but it's still not enough for a girl to win my heart. Yet again. Am I Ashley? The end of her phrase was said very quietly, but I heard it. I smiled wryly. Looks like all of us have a skeleton in the closet. But what if the closet is the size of a house? And what if the house is the size of a planet? And what if the closets are made out of fucking cheese? I don't know. This silly idea came to my mind when I saw this colossal house. I felt like something was coming. The house seemed to be flickering on the crossroads of reality and imagination, in the land of a future unseen. Its secrets were hidden in darkness, just like the forest. The weak yellow lights were jumping from one tree to another, running along the path and flickering in the light. I knew that we would soon approach the house, but maybe it's not too late to turn back and forget about all this shit. Maybe, just maybe, I've had enough of this. So I asked myself, do you wish to save them, Ashley? Well, it would be an awful short game if I said no. I mean, honestly, I could care less about these kids. They're gonna have to do a lot better to make me like them and to make me want to save them. I'll go on this journey, but I don't think I wouldn't be sad if I lost one. But I guess I'll say yes for now. Honestly, I don't really like the idea. We got an achievement, Savior. Maybe we should just go to the amusement park that opened this week. We can go there right now. Oh my god, that'd be so much more fun. It's only 8 p.m. and it is a birthday party after all, not a funeral. It's whatever you decide, Grace. But I got all dressed up in my completely split skirt and corset and stitched together sweater where I have to pin the sleeves to the top. I think we can even take your little brother with us, but we should go to the highway and call Ella first to make sure that she doesn't drive to the empty house. I really miss him. Can he really go? Tears welled up in her eyes. Everyone gazed at Grace as if asking, what the hell is going on here? Of course, they were asking they didn't know that her brother had been kidnapped by me to make Grace get us all here. Oh, there's a twist already. I'm a kidnapping asshole. However, I've changed my mind. I'm sick and tired of being controlled. Being a pawn does not suit me. Who am I talking about? But I love the idea about the house, says Martin. Am I supposed to be speaking as these people? I bet it'd be cool to stay there for a night, don't you agree, guys? Who wants to go to the amusement park? Everyone but Martin rose their hands. Okay, I guess... Oh, saving everyone was a bad choice. You saved everyone. Everyone. There was an accident in the park. Grace fell from the great height and crashed to death. Martin was taken away by the ambulance because he was probably in shock. For some reason he kept shouting, it must have been me. She's mine, mine. Did he really love her so much that he was ready to die instead of her? But is that so? You decide. That was the shortest fucking Let's Play ever. That was so stupid. I guess I shouldn't have saved everyone. Okay, hold on. We'll just try this again. I won't save them next time. Okay, everybody, I'm back. So this time I'm not going to save them. I didn't think that saving them was going to lead us to go to the amusement park. Why would you? They aren't worth the chance. So we're not going to save them. I must stick to the plan. The forest, like a hungry beast with trees for teeth, devoured us in a cold, dead night. But first, before we go any further, I would just like to address the fact that we all just saw when I got the weirdest fucking visual novel ending ever in history. Apparently, I'm a kidnapper. I've kidnapped Grace's little brother, and am using that as some kind of weird collateral to get these teenagers that aren't even worth hanging out with, in my opinion, to a haunted, spooky house situation. Whatever. That's a very unusual trope, but let's go with it. Their branches looking like crooked hands. They struggled to rip our faces off. Maybe we just couldn't realize their true intentions. Maybe the trees were torturing themselves, wickedly twisting the branches to set a warning for us that at the end of the path which was flickering in the beams of our flashlights, the darkness was waiting. Lloyd looked really nervous. He was haunted by the rustles, and it made him mad. His hand that was clutching a flashlight was swinging like some kind of pendulum with one glowing, demonic eye. I know it doesn't say one, but I put that word in there. As the flashlight was only uncovering things lurking in the darkness, and that it couldn't immediately burn his phantom enemies alive, it scared him even more. I heard a strange sound and raised my head to see that it was just a crow. The beam of light ran through the black feathers and the crow merged with the night. I am the only one who actually knows what the darkness is hiding, but I'm still scared. My fears are not that simple. It is not what you feel when your reflection refuses to obey. Delusions in the bathroom mirror can't scare the shit out of me. Okay. What? It is just not enough. What really scares me is that the plan could fail. When you follow the untrodden path, you are always on thin ice. I feel like I'm lost in a boundless ocean, searching for a shark to ask if the human flesh is delicious. Do you really want to talk to a shark, Ashley? I wonder whether or not I'm still sane. The weak beam of light was sliding along the path full of faded leaves. Then suddenly something on the ground caught my eye. What? Shit! What the heck? Shit! What the heck? Not shit, what the hell? What the heck? You know what? Shit, what the fuck? Let's just get crazy with it. That's a dead-ass crow. Maybe the one I had seen earlier. Nobody knows. I doubt it. Its eyes were sparkling in the beam of light. It was staring at me, and that gave me the creeps. I'm just glad to see something other than the fucking forest in front of me. It's just a dead bird. I've seen much worse in horror movies. Do you often see dead crows in horror movies? Depends on the horror movie. Pretty often, yeah. Why do you ask? We've recently watched a movie in the beginning. The dudes ran into dead crows in the forest, just before the massacre began. I saw this bird of death only after my live stream was over. Live stream? What is that? It reminded me of those days that I was in prison and a mental hospital. The walls of my ward were my only friends. I am nuts. Something I really want to discuss the weather outside with them. Of course, the staff didn't neglect their everyday duties, and the doctors regularly visited me only to ask one question. How are you doing today? Actually, a tape recorder in repeat mode asking, how are you? How are you? Would be just the same. Just like the tape, the therapist wouldn't even change the words or say anything else. Perhaps he already knew how I was, or didn't care. Anyhow, every time he asked me, my answer was the same. Silence. I only showed the same article, torn from the newspaper about my family burnt alive in a car accident. That crow reminded me of my very first ink blot in the Rorschach test. So, the train of memories suddenly started to chase me along the rusty rails, imaginarily, but built under my feet. I'm guessing that whoever wrote this, English isn't their first language, and I'm not complaining by any means, because if I had to learn another language and then try and make a game, it would, believe me, it would come out as complete gibberish. But I am kind of having a little trouble reading some of it because it doesn't make a whole ton of sense. So, if I put random words in, I knew the exact spot where the rust corroded them and the train got off the track. People in it started screaming in panic and hitting their heads against the walls. Insanity. That's why I chose to focus on our way. I was afraid to lose the path because it was like a thin tightrope that was saving me from falling into the void where evil spirits were crying my name. You need to calm down and pull yourself together, Ashley. Yeah, me, Ashley. You have to be ready when the game begins. Oh my god, if this is an intro, seems like I buried my head in the sand too deeply, but fortunately, a rough male voice dug me out. Stop fooling around! I already got goosebumps and we're not in the house yet. What are you afraid of, powerhouse? I'm pretty sure you're the fastest among us all, and even if we run into a serial killer in the freaking house, you'd be able to run away. Right, the killer would carve my enormous body as I put on a couple kilos this week. Oh my god. I won't even glance at the cake. No, too much calories. Everyone laughed, but Martin started to comfort his girlfriend by telling her she had a nice figure. I grinned. She was a really slim girl and just wanted to be in the spotlight, as always. But today nothing will save her. I looked forward. Unexpectedly, I found myself ahead of everyone and didn't even remember how I left them behind. It was as usual as summer rain and as sudden as snow in the beginning of July. I had to be first. I need to see it first. I would love to see this house. Mysterious forces were guiding me to that place. I was just a fish caught on the hook of curiosity, pulling me to the fisherman. Okay, you built the fucking suspense. Let's get to the house. No more analogies, please. Every new location had its own atmosphere. When I was wandering along the halls of the inoperative factory, I felt like I was trapped in a black hole of sorrow. I always felt like I was trapped in something. An analogy. The wet windows of the abandoned hospital were crying with raindrops of various shapes, which constantly changed and drew enormous pictures, as if invented by inflamed imagination. Drinking game. Every time there's an analogy, drink. You'll be dead in 5 minutes. Eventually I saw it. Finally! I guess it was a fateful moment, so I wanted to have a proper look at it. At first I saw contours behind the dense pine needles. It was like a shadow, but then some significant parts of the building started to make out. We were quite far from it, but I noticed that just for a moment the lights on the first floor turned on, then one more time, just like a lighthouse. Is it the house or my imagination? If I saw or heard something odd, I would think that I was crazy. And it would be more casual than any other things going on in my life. I can't decide yet whether the house is a friend or an enemy. Of course, its purpose is clear to me, as it always was, regardless to location or building. But despite its purpose, maybe this house decides for itself. I can't explain why, but somehow it is alive, all the places were. They became alive for me, because things just couldn't be so simple when someone like me was involved. Anyway, if I stick to the plan, this house will play nice. Or not. It may be as treacherous as the devil, hiding the delicious candies inside the hungry jaws of doom. The house gazed with me with its lightless windows. They were dark, like the eyes of the blind, but I knew that it watched me very carefully. That was a shot, guys! Out of the blue, a hoarse voice broke down the strained connection between us. Now I knew that I wasn't the only one who was looking at the house, which meant that it saw us all. Mark. Wow, this damn thing is huge. Not bad, Grace. How did you find it? Don't fool yourself. You might think it was hard to discover such a place, but the house stands right in the glade. I bet some naughty local children run around the house pretending to be ghost hunters or something. Cut the crap, will you? Oh, he looks nervous. That's a nervous face. Oh, yeah. What's wrong? Everybody knows ghost stories are for children. Am I right, guys? No one said a word. We continued approaching the house in dead silence. I was so deep in my thoughts that I jumped when I suddenly heard a metal clip hit the wooden planks. And then I found myself standing in front of the entry door. Freedom! Finally! She dropped off her backpack and stretched herself out on the porch. Tired already? Maybe we should go inside first. You know, inside, and then relax inside instead of on the porch. Looks like the door is locked. I don't think the ghosts are dying to meet us. No, because they're already dead. Go to hell, Morna. Meet the damn ghost yourself. You are really a pain in my ass. Lloyd doesn't like ghosts, it seems. He's a little scared of the ghosts. You are so sweet, guys. Let me handle this stupid door. I'll beat it down. Hold on, big boy. Now what? I'm working on it. While these idiots were searching for the way in, I was picking the lock with my own skeleton key. FYI, if you have a skeleton key, you're not really picking the lock, you're just opening it. I'm not sure how many doors it's already conquered. It was the same as picking tiger's teeth to see how its digestive works. Something moved. I couldn't say it for sure, but it felt like the mouth of the door took a tight grip on the skeleton key with its metal tongue and devoured it. Seriously? I got mad and kicked the damn door. That's how I solve all my problems. I kicked them. What the hell? The door was opening so slowly, with a squeaky, old-like crap sound. However, it resembled the screams of the tortured soul. I just couldn't bear it. Nice job. With my multicolored eyes and very many earrings. I can't speak English anymore, guys. It's falling apart on me. I approached the door. But I didn't open it. It opened itself. What is going on here? That is a great question. What is going on here? And that's what we're going to find out next time I play this, because, you know, it was a little wordy there in the beginning, and just had to get through all that so we could get to the house. So now we're at the house, and we'll find out what's going to happen next time, and hopefully it's not so wordy. And, yeah. Hopefully there's less analogies, too. There's nothing wrong with analogies, but when you have one after another, after another, after another, they become a little bit silly. They're just like, when you're comparing everything to some, like every inanimate object to like something kind of brooding and deep, it kind of loses its appeal. It just becomes less ominous and more cliched, I suppose. But this is Silence, the house. I'm hoping that there's some really crazy shit going on. It's a visual novel. Apparently I'm a kidnapper, so I'm sure something crazy is going to happen, and I'm really looking forward to finding out what it is. But until next time, this is what we got. So thank you guys for coming back to OneRoomOver Gaming, and thank you for watching. Thank you for everyone who comments. on my videos, like the videos. Thank you for all the new subscribers. I'm very happy that you guys are here with me and the channel. And I don't know. I want to do some like live videos, like of me doing some like challenges. So if you guys have any ideas for challenges or anything like that, let me know in the comments. But until next time, you guys know OneRoomOver Gaming. I'm glad you guys were here. Thank you for joining me, and I'll see you guys next time. I'll be OneRoomOver, just like I always am. So thank you guys very much, and I'll see you. Bye.